Scotty, I've told you 100 times, no swear words.
That's not rude.
Nincompoop.
Now that's rude.
No, it's my word.
You sure that's how you spell it?
That's it.
Yeah.
You can see that this room has had lots of fun times and memories created here. The family have been using it as a hub for games and playing music and lots of fun times, but it's looking a little bit dated. So with some fresh paint and some furniture, we're going to make it fabulous and also functional. For the fastest, most effective, bang for your buck makeover, it has to be paint. But choosing the exact right colour can be really tricky, especially if it's white. You think white was white, but no, there are literally hundreds of shades of white. So here I'm comparing 3 of the most popular whites at the moment. I've got Lexicon Quarter, which is a cool white, Natural White, which is more of a neutral tone, it's very modern, and Antique White USA, which is a classic creamy tone. And when you're choosing your colours in the room, a great idea is to use these large A4 stick-on swatches. That way you get a good idea of how they're going to look. You can move them around the room and look at them in different light conditions. You can look at them during the daytime in natural light or also at night time with artificial light on them. And if you wanted to see the colour over a larger area, you could just use one of these great little sample pots. For this room, I think Lexicon Quarter is going to work the best, and that's because we have a warm timber floor. We're also bringing in some timber furniture, and so this will contrast really nicely against that, so it's not all too yellow. Before I put the colour on the wall, I'm just using a one-step primer sealer and undercoat. But there's no room for two. You're the one, oh. Never hesitate to lose. Call it love, oh. But I'm alone next to you. To make sure I get the true colour, I'm using Dulux Wash and Wear as a base, and I've tinted it with Lexicon Quarter Strength. Before we got thrown off the track, we don't need to be alone. I'm right here, baby. We don't need to be alone. I'm right here, baby. We don't need to be alone. Thanks, Scotty. This room is still going to be used as the fun headquarters for the family, so we need somewhere to put all those games and books. The bookshelves are in great nick, but I wanted to give them a bit of a facelift, so I'm using this modern timber trim. And we've just attached it with some liquid adhesive and some nails. This room didn't actually have a door here, just this opening, but to create more of a statement, what I'm doing is extending the shelving across the top here, and rather than just having 2 freestanding shelves, it'll have a much more designer look now. You right there? Looks heavy.
The floor was a bit lower than I thought then.
Oh dear. Now it's time to get these dressed up and matching the other ones.
Thanks.
Wow, this trim has made all the difference. The trims on the old bookshelves look pretty good, but I want to take it up a notch, so I'm going to add some arches to the very top row. Now, I've got some MDF, I've made a template, and I've just traced out a circle, and now all I need to do is get the jigsaw and cut it out. All right, so Our arches are done. All I need to do is just give the edges a bit of a sand, ready for painting. Now I'm just giving it an undercoat, and you want to make sure you get all the sides to seal the MDF. It's really important to give your arches a sand in between the undercoat and the top coat, and that's because the MDF absorbs moisture, which makes the bristles stand up, so you want to make it nice and smooth for the top coat. And for the top coat, I'm using aqua enamel in the same colour, which is Lexicon quarter strength, so it ties in perfectly with the rest of the trims on the bookcase. I've just used some glue on these to put them in place, and now I've put some tape there to hold it while it dries. You'll also notice that I've left a gap here at the bottom, and that was intentional as a design detail.
I'm lost in the crowd, calling out your name, and I could talk for hours, just calling out your name. I'm losing my head.
Earlier I updated this much loved family room with some new paint and a contemporary shelving unit, and now it's time for me to have some fun styling the room.
I am a sinner, I am a singer, I'm not a liar, I'm not a cheater, I am a mover, I'm not a user, I am a clear writer, amuser.
Thanks, Greg. Because we've got a white backdrop in here, I wanted to add in some texture for visual interest. So we've got this beautiful woven rug on the floor, and over here we've just added in these really luxurious looking leather ottomans. Now these are going to be great for extra seating, and as they are next to each other like this, they're going to work perfectly as a day bed. They also draw the colour of the timber across the room. The table I've chosen has a marble pedestal base, and this is for a couple of reasons. One is it's really practical to allow space underneath, but also it gives that very high-end hotel feel, because this is the first room that you walk past when you walk into the house, so we want to make first impressions count. And then this top is metal, which is a very contemporary look. Can you believe this is the old table from the original room? It looks so much cooler now, and in an upcoming episode I'm going to show you in detail how you can make it yourself. I'm also popping on here the homeowner's old vintage record player, because how cool is it? I think now I might put some music on to style the room. Music is really important to the family that lives here, so I needed to find somewhere for the guitars that wasn't front and centre, and I've created this perfect little nook for them by shifting the bookshelf along so it's in line with the doorway. I've left the shelving units for contrast against the white, their original colour, but I have painted above this entryway here in white, and that is so that it seems higher and larger and overall a little bit more grand. Cast your mind back to this room how it was before. It was colourful and cluttered, but now it's so much lighter and brighter and much more modern. For the table here, I chose a round one, and that is for traffic flow. So it allows for movement around the room, and it'll also allow the homeowners to play their much loved games in here. To break up all the white in the room, I brought in this really chic print, which introduces a lovely shade of green. And then my favourite features in here, these two ottomans, which are so inviting. I've also included a lamp here so that if the homeowners want to read at night, it's the perfect space to do that. And you'll remember there were lots of books and games in here. Well, I haven't gotten rid of them because they were a really important part of the room. But what I've done is just concentrate them on one wall, creating like a little mini library and leaving these beautiful new open shelves for all the gorgeous objects on display.